Hey guys, Lynn, do you want to take us?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You just didn't know what an intro.
I don't know because I feel like I always introduce. So
okay. Hi guys, this is Only on Mondays with Kelly and Lynn.
Oh my god!
I introduced you. Yeah,
Thank
I know
you.
that doesn't happen, but today is Saturday.
It's Friday. No, it's a Friday.
No, today's a Saturday because it's
wow.
2:57 in the morning.
We're coming hot off of a Friday though.
It's a Saturday, March 19th.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for us. And
today's subject
Uh-huh.
is on, as you can see from the thumbnails, the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible? I'm sorry, that was
This
funny.
is a different
All right.
language.
It is on the Holy Bible, Dinosaurs, and
the
your
flat
Earth theory. Right.
I'm excited for this one.
Mm-hmm. Let's go into depth about that.
Okay,
So when we say, I'm sorry.
Which one are we doing first?
We can do the main one, Dinosaurs.
Okay,
I was gonna
let's
say
leave
the Bible
for the last, I
'Cause
think.
As y'all can see from the thumbnail, or like just the main, like, what is it, picture cover?
Yeah, the thumbnail. These
Okay.
all kind of have religious undertones too. Like the
Really?
theory, yes, the conspiracy theory behind the flat Earth theory and the conspiracy theory behind, like, did dinosaurs ever exist? They all kind of relate back to, like, the Bible in a way. So let's talk about, like, I guess, what do you know and what do I know, and then we can read our articles that we have.
So it's more about whether these things, how do you say, are real or not.
Right.
And when I say that, I mean like the Bible, dinosaurs, and flat Earth.
Uh-huh.
Is that a thing? You know,
Is that a
basically
thing?
what our whole channel is about.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
something like that.
It's just talking shit about shit, you know, that we know
Right.
shit about.
So let's get into the dinosaurs.
Let's do it.
Do y'all believe dinosaurs were real?
Please comment below.
Comment below. That's supposed to be the end.
Okay, yes.
I'm
but
probably like, okay, continue.
Where do you
Anyway.
stand? Where do you stand on a dinosaur?
Mm,
And do you stand on a dinosaur?
I don't stand on dinosaurs. That'd be very difficult. I'm small.
Yeah, you are small. Maybe on a what is the one that flies? Triceratops? Is it the one that flies?
You don't know what I was about to say.
Oh no.
Anyway,
I
I don't think. Anyway, that's not. I don't know.
Were you about to say you don't think dinosaurs existed?
No, I don't know what I don't know what they're called. I want to say a name, but it's probably not right. Anyway, I feel like there's a chance that dinosaurs did and didn't exist. I'm on that
That's
50-50 kind of scale because who's to say these bones ain't fake as fuck?
Right.
Like, or these are big ass animals. And for us to find them in the ground, that's the reason they could be real and the reason why they couldn't be real. Like,
Right.
did we really find them? And if we did really find them, then what the fuck? Like,
Dude, it's one of those things, okay, because it kind of, like, the reason why these kind of go hand in hand for me is because, like, you cannot really prove, unless you dug up a dinosaur yourself, like the bones.
with every other thing, it's like you can't really
prove it unless you were
did
there.
it yourself.
Right.
Exactly. And that's what I love about our topics.
Yeah.
Can I get a cover?
A cover? What's a cover? Wait, what the fuck? I'm dead. What?
A blanket.
Oh, this bitch is cold over here. Wow.
I went off subject.
Anemic.
Alright, what I was talking about is I forgot.
There you go, friend.
The thing about these subjects are...
The thing about being high is
what was I talking about?
these subjects.
I'm saying subjects because I don't remember.
Okay, so let me
Let's
dive.
recheck.
Let me
Let's go
dive.
back.
In,
Right,
let me
let's go
dive
back.
right back into this, and you'll have to excuse us, guys. You have to comment below and let us know what you guys think because we're just two idiots over here. We're not even idiots. We're actually very smart and
I feel like
beautiful
I'm very
people.
smart, right? Thank you for calling me beautiful.
You're welcome.
Last time you just called me smart. I'm
But-
done.
You're both. Okay.
Okay, the
Wait,
thing about
it's this guy for me on the TV though.
I keep seeing them and they're bothering me. Like, I keep seeing, like, it's just going back and forth.
And this show's called That Dirty Black Bag, guys. Have you seen this show? Please comment below. Thank you.
We
Love
see
you.
in their face and we don't know what it's about, but we want to know, so...
We want to know
Fill
what
us
that
in
dirty...
with a brief summary.
Yeah. And we're going to eventually get this podcast on the rails. But, you know, until we do...
If it does thrive or if it doesn't, for me, it's more like memories. Honestly, it's more of like a footprint.
Same.
So listen to it or don't listen to it, but are dinosaurs real?
Are dinosaurs real? We need to know.
Mm-hmm.
These are the hard-hitting questions. So the reason why which one am I leaning more towards? I think I'm leaning more towards, God, it's such because my whole life, y'all, like, I feel like with everything else, I feel like I was lied to my whole life. And so I want to, like, lean more towards, yes, they are real, they actually existed. But the thing is that there's so many other big lies. And, you know, I'm a Christian. Like, Lynn is not, so, like, or are you a Christian? I don't know. I don't want to speak for you.
I feel like I am not religious. No, I wouldn't call myself a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's just go with that. And we'll get into depth when we reach the Holy Bible.
Right. Okay, right. So we believe in, like, fundamentally, like, different things when it comes to, like, God and stuff like that. We both have, like, our ideas about what, but, like, yeah, so, like, I'm more, like, God created this planet for human beings, and so dinosaurs kind of fly in the face of that in a way. If you're a Christian, like, how do you explain dinosaurs, you know? But my whole life I was taught, yes, they're real, these are the bones, but also, like, how is it that we have these exact skeletons of these ancient creatures that supposedly died, you know, millions of years ago, or however fucking, you know, like, how is that possible?
I can see it like this, like, a nature has its ways of surprising us, honestly. Like, even in today's world, we come into, like, contact with animals that are unbelievable. Like, the way they, like, function, or the way, like, they just, like, are, is crazy. So I could believe dinosaurs were a thing at some point.
But then why do we have nothing like them now, you know?
Evolution, but then again, that's that theory of evolution. Is evolution weird? Is evolution real? Because it's how do you say? Dinosaurs are supposed to be related to, like, reptiles in a way, right?
Yeah.
Big ass reptiles. So, like, we have the oldest dinosaurs in the world, which would be turtles and alligators and shit, and, like, lizards, right?
Right.
So, you know, I could believe they're real if that theory was real, you know?
Truth.
It's just like, it's kind of what you believe, honestly. You get all this information, and it's like, you tend to contradict that, like, isn't necessarily true.
That is,
and with Dinosaur Bones, it's like, yeah, sure, we never dug it up before, but why are we questioning that and not questioning your whole God theory? You feel me?
Well, because a lot of people do question the whole God theory.
They do,
and it's not a theory in my mind, but
I'm like, I'm sorry, that was, like, targeted to you.
No, you're playing like, Devicles. You're playing Devicles. We've been drinking also. So
yeah, so that's probably where that comes from.
The Devicles?
Yeah, I don't know what Devicles means. Explain that to me real quick.
No, that's not a real word. I'm just an idiot right now. But the devil's advocate is, like, have you ever heard that saying before?
Yeah.
The devil's advocate?
What is it? But what does that mean?
Okay, so basically means,
I'm
like,
assuming
you're arguing a point just for the sake of arguing it type shit. Like, you're playing, like, that other part. So, like, instead of just agreeing with me and being like, I get where you're coming from, you kind of play, like, the other side against me.
Okay.
Which is,
so that makes sense. So
yeah.
If I'm gonna argue an argument, throw facts out, that doesn't have to throw shade towards your other belief.
Yeah, you're just playing the devil's advocate. So, like, you're kind of, like, playing the other side of the coin, you know?
And then throwing shade towards one coin. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, yeah.
I guess it's a form of, like, conversation where, like, you could just have, like, an agreeing conversation, or, like kind of like a heart-to-heart, or you could have more of, like, a debate-type conversation where somebody plays, you know, the devil's advocate. Even if you don't necessarily believe that, you could, like, argue it still, you know, and that's kind of, like, playing that point.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you taught me something new. There you go.
There you go. Devil's advocate.
Age differences.
That's right.
High five.
Listen, we're here. Oh!
You missed me, so I had to do it myself. You know, I couldn't be left standing.
Can't leave the hand. What is it? High five?
I can't leave myself hanging.
Yeah.
I had to, like, shake myself up.
Shake yourself up always.
So yeah, basically Kelly just taught me some shit. So
okay, I was gasping earlier because we have to get into the weather modification conspiracy theory.
And we also have to get into the how do you say, future conspiracy theory.
There's
Those
so
are
much.
our separate podcasts after this one.
Yes.
We'll see about that. It might not be after this one because
It might not be.
I'm saying that right now, and you never know what happens. Only on Mondays, like
only on Mondays.
You know,
when we come at you any day of the week, you just never know.
You never know what's going on. We might talk about your mom.
I'm done. About your fucking mom.
My mom, right? You never know.
Okay, so let's go into our article, maybe.
About dinosaurs.
About the dinies.
I just feel like I'm standing on either side of it. They could or could not be real because one, I've never saw dinosaur bones before. Right. And even though if I see them, I can't say if they're real or not because, like...
You just don't know. You never dug one up.
Right.
Like, we see them in museums and stuff, but, like, look at this big-ass beast. Like, imagine this thing. I think this is a...
I could believe that's real, though. Like...
You know how big this is, though? Like, the wingspan of this dinosaur.
But this is at a time where humans weren't the dominant.
We're not around. We weren't even around.
That's what I'm saying. This is the time where we all weren't the dominant species. So that's why I feel like they could have existed because they dominated as the predator.
Right.
And
so, like, okay, so guys, I really wanted to find like two different articles, like one that kind of argued for and one that argued against. But as I'm sure everyone here knows, or if you didn't know, like, Google is, like, basically tailored to whatever the fucking narrative is that's coming from the mainstream. Even if it's true or not. Like, you can argue anything's true or not true. Sometimes the mainstream media feeds us actual true narratives. Sometimes they're feeding us complete bullshit. But either way, whatever, if it's not in line with the mainstream media, you cannot find it. So really, all I could find is this one article. This is from Thought Co. So it's called 6 Alternative Dinosaur Extinction Theories That Don't Work. So basically the whole thing is, with people who believe this conspiracy, is that basically dinosaurs never existed. These bones are basically fake, right? And that, like, you know, basically humans is... I'm done.
I love that.
Humans is the only thing there is, bro. Like, what?
Okay. It's this lady I see. Anyway, continue.
She was giving me bad vibes.
This shit. You know when I asked you about, is it Women's History Month?
Do we like RBG or what?
But you know when I asked you...
She was like abortions for all. That's what she was all about.
Oh. I'm fucking done.
I'm dead.
Anyway, back to the podcast. I'm sorry, y'all.
Y'all know what this is already. Y'all have been to this podcast before.
Y'all been, right.
You know.
If y'all have, anyway.
If you have, you better have. I think you have, but okay, so let's talk about...
Imagine Brenda watching this and seeing how dysfunctional we are and then functional at work. I love that.
But this is good stuff. I listen to our podcast.
Good stuff.
I love our stuff. Listen, I'm like our biggest fan of my own channel.
High five, man.
High five.
Y'all heard the high five?
Y'all heard that, guys?
Okay, back to dinosaurs.
That was it. Okay, so let me read this article, including you, Lynn. Okay. Today, what? No?
I don't feel like I have passed that in a while. Sorry.
You have. I don't actually know.
I don't either.
Okay, so let's learn about dinosaurs and quote-unquote dinosaurs. Today, all the geological and fossil evidence at our disposal points to the most likely theory of dinosaur extinction. That an astronomical object, this is the mainstream narrative, smashed into the Yucatan Peninsula 65 million years ago. Mm-hmm. So how the fuck did bones survive for 65 million years, Lynn? Please tell me. When our Earth has, plates have been shifting, you know what I'm saying? That's what's weird, is that, we've had, okay, so how can you argue that both the plates have shifted, but yet these bones have remained intact?
I could say that humans are a big problem to Earth's evolution in a way, or how you say
we
change?
Just came into okay. Dinosaurs existed 65 million years ago. Humans did not come into play since only it's been less than a million years.
So what if none of that actually ever moved or shifted in any way?
Exactly, but they've told us that it has. They've told us that they have evidence of plates shifting, yet
throughout
they have
the years and blah blah blah.
Right. Have you ever seen that?
And you want to know how bones stayed intact or just preserved in a way throughout the land. And there's a whole theory about how do you say, the plates moving, separating, and that's how bones of certain dinosaurs ended up on certain places and other places are not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have you ever seen this? I'm sure you have.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Pangea.
Yeah. So about how plates, how dinosaurs all lived together and whatnot, and then the plates shifted, and then the bones ended up separate places and whatnot.
Okay, so then how is it that if the plates shifted, like half of a dinosaur isn't on one continent? Like, how have they found whole sets on land masses?
There was this thing about how certain bones weren't in certain places, but it is kind of weird. Like,
it's weird, right?
At the same time, it kind of makes sense. I mean,
does it? I don't know. I mean,
with
like
the whole plate shifting and shit. Like, honestly.
Well, it makes sense if they all live together. Yes, that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense for me is that they don't talk about okay. So they just don't fill in the gaps for us. Like,
I could see, like, honestly, like, what I was like, basically what I'm gonna sum it down to. What I see is you have a asteroid hit the planet, right? And then you have the plates separating and whatnot. All the dinosaurs are dead, and it starts to separate, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes
like this.
Yeah. And then it you know, that's what today's
map is,
right?
But wouldn't you expect to find half of a T-Rex in South America here, and then the other half in like this part of Africa here? Like, how is it that they always stayed?
I don't think they have, because they do have those how do you say, moments where they can't find pieces of a dinosaur because it's in different location.
Or how about this? What if the Earth still looks like this and they've been fucking lying to us?
I think no, because I mean we remember how, like, remember the member berries off of South Park. I'm sorry, I've eaten somewhere else. Anyway, I mean, people who have been in planes. I've never been in one myself.
I've been in one.
Don't you see over the ocean where you're flying to, like, your whole other continent?
I've seen other things that aren't really there also too, though.
Okay. I can't go against that because I've never been on a plane.
Yeah.
But for everybody who has been on a plane, do y'all see, like, where Kelly's little mouse is at?
Okay.
What do you think America looks like?
There's times, like, okay, whenever I flew to France, okay, so say, okay, I'm flying from here, I'm like Texas, Louisiana area, right, flying from here to France. Like, if the map still looked like this, like Pangea, France is, like, gonna be right here. So in order to make it look like they fly us over here,
remember, you can go the other way because you see the other globe.
Yeah.
Instead of going through the water, you can go the other way.
Yeah, you can go the other way.
Yeah.
And then come up here or whatever, because the globe's supposedly round, quote unquote.
You're not coming up there. You're going to the back of it, though.
But you could. You could go this way, too. Or you could go this way.
But that's just going up if it is a circle. You feel me?
But is it a circle or is it a round?
Oh, my God. We're getting to the other theory. There you go.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you plan that?
I might have. Was it a smooth transition?
It was a smooth transition.
Well,
did you plan it?
Not really. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. You see, there's God working with you.
There is. I mean, he works with me every day. But what do we think about, is the Earth round? Like a globe, like what we have been told. Which, just for, I guess, like, as a starter, I want to just go out there and say that I do believe the world is round.
I do believe the world is round also.
That's one that I'm, like, a little bit less inclined to, like, fuck around with. Just because, I don't know, dude. Like, if that is true, like, if that is a lie.
It's kind of weird to me. Like, the whole... I'm sorry, but when I sit outside and I look at the Earth, it kind of looks round to me, honestly. Like, the way it kind of fades, it's kind of like...
Do you think there's a curve? Dude, there's so many videos I could show
like
you.
A slight curve, honestly.
Wow.
And no bullshit, I feel like I see a slight curve, but I'll go outside tomorrow or tonight when you drop me off. Who knows if that's gonna happen. But if I see a slight curve, I'll let y'all know in the next podcast. But I feel like I do.
The flat earth theory is just something that is so fascinating to me. That's why I wanted us to talk about it, because it's like, I don't know, y'all. Like, if you really like kind of like delve deep into not even delve deep, like just if you go kind of get into the flat earth theory, and again,
it's kind of weird.
It is weird
to see the earth as like flat.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the Bible supposedly says, but okay.
You know what I see, honestly?
What?
How will we be flat and then have water and air?
Okay, let me look up what the Bible says, just so we get into our next segment. Like, we're still talking about flat Earth right now, but like,
because I would draw that out for y'all. It's like, you see that? Hold up, you see that globe right there?
Which one?
Hold up.
Right here?
No, go down. It's above that.
Okay, hang on. This?
That one, yeah.
Yes.
So,
flat Earth is not a conspiracy theory. This is 6 minutes and 50
so that's
seconds.
more of like a globe kind of theory, and it would be a flat in a way.
But this is not.
But
really
wait,
a globe.
before you played it. So if it was a flat Earth theory, I would see it looking like.
Ah!
Where did it go?
I don't know.
I've seen it.
It's right here. It's right here.
I'm done. It landed on your remote.
That was gone.
Somebody's fucking my bitch. Oh my god, I don't got one. Anyway.
I hate that for you.
Right? Anyway, if the globe looked like that, would still be a globe, but if the flat Earth theory is something, it would look like that, because you know we need water, and the water goes below. So like, how do you we would be like a square. I don't know how to explain that.
Flat Earthers. Okay, no, it's not that it's a square. I thought I had. Okay, look at our.
Because how would you explain the flat Earth theory? Because if we're flat, just like 2D in our ass. Like, I don't know how to explain that. You feel me?
Yeah. No. This is how it's supposedly.
Then we would be like a slight
it's
rectangle.
It's like we're a disc. Okay, this is a long ass article. Holy shit.
A disc.
It's like a disc. Okay, wait. I'm trying to find the Bible
disc
verse.
in my ass. The Bible.
Whoa. Disc in her ass. She said.
A disc in my ass.
Oh.
But I guess I don't know. Your dog's like all up on me, but I don't mind, because he's not bothersome. You feel me?
I have the cutest wiener dog. I should have put him in our thumbnail about the animals.
Right? It's just in the corner. The real animal that matters.
Right.
But I got a cat. Fuck that cat.
What the Bible says about flat Earth theories. This is so funny. Okay, because I really want to read you the exact... Because there is an actual Bible quote before we go into our next topic, but... See, I can't even, like, begin to argue the point of flat Earth theory. It's just very fascinating to go and, like, look... Because people have videos and stuff that, like... So they have reasonings as to why they think that the Earth is flat that, to me, makes sense in a way that, like... Okay, I can understand your point, even if I don't agree with it. But that's what I love. Like, I love disagreeing with somebody on a level where, like, I don't think we'll find common ground, but I see your point type shit, you know? Because I feel like that's what it's all about. Okay, let me see. So what is the Bible?
We just have different views, and it's like, I don't know.
I like it.
I like having different views, but not to the point where it's, like, completely ridiculous.
Oh my god. This kind of goes to what you were saying. This is wild. Okay, because you were talking about a square. Okay, so the first Revelation... 7:1 in the Bible says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree." So that kind of goes back to like 4 corners. It says north, east, south, and west. And so that makes sense.
I don't get that.
You were just kind of saying something about the square, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm thinking. Well, when they're saying nor the land or a tree or seas like that, it's more like, how do you say, in a way, the air is kind of putting itself,
right,
in the way, but not in the way, like it's going around you, but it's like a seal. I don't know.
Okay, the firmament. Let me see. This is what I was kind of looking for. In Genesis, Sorry, y'all. This is like, okay, this is signsoftheTime.org, by the way, the article we're looking at. I'm just trying to find what the Bible says about the firmament, because I'm not like an expert.
What's a firmament?
Firmament is what the Bible describes as like the dome that you see on those pictures.
Yeah, the dome makes sense. Like,
so the dome is what I'm trying to get, like, the direct quote from the Bible. Let me just go back.
Another conspiracy theory. There's a conspiracy theory is also the dome. It's like we live in like an ice globe or some type of shit.
That's the flat earth theory.
Yeah. So okay, that makes sense. So I guess I could slightly believe in the flat earth theory, because if we did live in a globe, that would lead me to more of like the simulation kind of theory. Yeah. And it's not like a flat earth theory itself. It's more of like simulation kind of mix, because if we did live in a globe, it would make sense. Like, you know, the whole thing about being controlled, you know, we would live in that little ice globe bullshit. Like,
I could see it. But then, so
I don't necessarily believe in that.
I don't believe it either. Like, I can just see it. I can understand it.
I could understand it, but that's what I'm saying. I believe that we are how do you say, a globe. Yes. But then again, that
also with the flat earth theory, you have to say that no other planets exist, and I don't know if I believe that, because I feel
why would you say no other planets exist?
Because if we're just a flat disk with a firmament on top, where are the other planets? Like the flat earth theories.
With the sun on top.
Yeah, the sun. Where's the sun? Where's Pluto? Where's fucking Jupiter? Where's Saturn? You know what I mean? Like,
what if you had our little disc and then multiple little discs next to us, and then the sun high as fuck?
But then how are we seeing the other discs? You know?
Oh yeah, you're right. What if they're like,
so that's how it kind of disproves it for me. Is that like
it would, because you couldn't see like this.
Exactly.
We should be drawing this out so they can see it.
No, they understand.
No, they don't understand my hand movements. Here you go.
Oh, your hand movements, yeah.
Yeah, like
wait, that's why we need to go on video one day.
That's what I was just thinking. So like, you got disc right here and right here. We could tell if that's not. You see, you could tell if that wasn't circle or not. If that was a fucking disc. Because if it was a disc, you would see all your, quote, water right here, and then your slight land masses. Because, you know, well, again, it depends on how that planet is built.
Truth. Like if it's a gas planet, if it's
right. So you would see whatever that planet is built like underneath. The way it's a disc, just like how do you say our planet was? Let's just say our planet is a flat disc. Yeah. And you would see all that water underneath. You know, if you were looking at it from underneath.
And there's no way you could observe another planet though, if it was a disc right next to you.
Right. If it was not even if it was right next to us, if it was right next to us or slightly above us. Yeah. It would look very weird. You wouldn't look see like a circle, right? Yes. So when we look at well, I've never seen a planet myself. So.
I've never seen one, but I've observed one like through a telescope. I did. My friend Jacob, he has a telescope, and shout out to Jacob if you're listening to this. He's probably not though, but yeah. So like I have seen like crazy like stars and like things in the sky with a telescope with my own eyes. So that's why
I'm really trippy, right?
Right. That's why I'm more inclined to like not believe the flat, but I love the flat earth theory. I think it's fascinating. And just so we know, like I did find the Bible verse, whatever. This is from Genesis, the 1st chapter. Okay, this is the direct quote from the Bible. And God called the dry land the earth, and the gathering together of the waters He called the seas, etc. Or I don't know if etc's in there. But anyways. And later God said, this is verse 14 of Genesis, let there be lights in the firmaments of the heaven. So this is kind of the where flat earth theories like evolved from, because it said, you know, basically like God called the land earth, the sea, obviously the sea, the water, the sea, and then He said, let there be lights in the firmaments of the heaven. So what is the firmament? To me, I think the firmament's the ozone layer. You know, like, so after that, like, to me, I don't think, like, when we die, like, heaven is something so complex, and now we can kind of get into the Bible if you want, but, like, heaven is something that's so complex that, like, I don't know.
You want to shift into the Bible slightly?
Yeah, we can go into the Bible now if you want.
Okay, because we already covered the other two. Hold up. Let me pass it to you and go to the bathroom.
Thank you. Oh, you're going to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you know this shit's running through me.
Wow, this bitch. Over here. So, okay, I'm going to get started.
I was like all laid back and shit. I'm still laid back. Like,
that's fine.
I'm already like 3 seconds ahead.
I'm going to be Bible teaching over here. I'm kidding. Okay, so yeah, yeah, guys, y'all also comment below, like, do y'all want us to go on video, and do, like, a video podcast, like, with our faces and stuff, and not just, like, the websites, or the articles, I mean, and then the, thumbnail? Please let us know in the comments. I think eventually we're gonna start doing that anyways, but, yeah, I think that would be fun as well, because we're two goofballs, and, you know, I think it'd be way funnier with a video, but we're still trying to, like, you know, get our skills right and all that. So, yeah, just let us know what y'all think. So, and definitely let us know what y'all think about the other first two topics. Is the Earth flat? Are you a flat Earth theorist? And with the dinosaurs, like, were they real 65 million years ago? And then the bones are still intact? I don't know. That one seems a little crazy to me, but it's just, science is wild. So, let me know what you guys think. So, I think this next topic is going to be a little bit controversial, but Lynn wanted to do this one at the last minute, and, you know, I agreed. Like, I enjoy talking about pretty much just anything. Anything's up for debate in my mind. I think that's healthy. So, I think the thing we're going to get into, which I'm laughing because is the Bible real? I think I'm going to have to double check with Lynn when she gets out here, but and I'm laughing because, yeah, of course the Bible's real. Like, I'm Christian. Like, I fully believe in Jesus Christ, and I think that, like, yeah, it's absolutely real. I mean, it's been passed down. It's been such a sacred piece of, you know, like, beauty, artwork, truth, light, everything. Like, the end all be all for, like, human society, and, like, the great things that humans have done have all come from Jesus Christ and the teachings of Jesus Christ and the Bible. And so, absolutely, you know, I haven't even really ever gotten into conspiracy theories about the Bible, so I know nothing about them. Lynn's going to have to teach me what she knows, or tell me what she knows about any conspiracies that have to do with this, because, yeah, to me, I think it's sacrilegious to go and look into theories about whether or not the Bible is fake. I don't believe that. I would never go and even, like, entertain my mind with that. So I'm curious to see what she has to say. And she's now back, guys.
What's up?
So, okay, I was kind of trying to explain to everyone in the audience, all 2 of you. No, I'm just kidding.
2, 4 to 5,000, maybe. We'll see.
Hey, I think this podcast is gonna blow up.
Who knows?
Just on that thumbnail alone.
We're just gonna leave this on YouTube forever until like some random 5-year-old finds it and feels like a 5-year-old.
Hopefully
right?
not.
Like, that's too young.
Stay off YouTube, 5-year-olds.
Right, you know what I meant.
Here, you want this?
How do you say 15 or like, I don't know, I'm good.
Okay, bad.
Whatever.
Just any of you wild and crazy kids out there.
I feel like this touches you.
Touch yourselves. Right. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow. No, not right. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Okay, so what is the thing though? Is the Bible real? Is that what we're gonna, like, debate?
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta tell me, how is it not?
Yeah, you've been talking to them. Okay, so this is like kind of something I stand
firm.
I don't know, one left-sided to.
Okay. So
I feel like the Bible is just kind of somewhat a book that was written, and
by
people who just try to decide a religion, and not religion, but like control.
So you don't think
it
was based on the teachings of Jesus Christ?
I feel like it might. Okay, there's one theory that it could be based off of a man who is Jesus and is real and based off God and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's also that other theory that is like somebody kind of wrote a book and either took the teachings of Jesus and kind of wrote their own way of it, or how do you say just wrote their own thing.
Okay, so my question is do you think that, like, the teachings of Christianity are good or bad?
It depends, because like there's a lot of things that are good and are bad.
Because think of like the teachings of like Islam, and there's nothing wrong with Islam, but when you compare the beliefs of the two religions,
yeah,
and the way that people have thrived under each religion, you know what I'm saying? Like you could attribute it to race or anything, but like Christianity is to me a net positive on the world.
Well, the way I see religion is the way I see it as it. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. The way I see religion now is more like a control kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, and it depends on the person, honestly, because you get these people who are religious that don't stand for certain things, and you can't really say if that's due to their religion or due to the way they were raised. And they all tend to follow, how do you say, they want to say a certain religion, but it's just like, it's all kind of backwards in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very twisted, and that's why I can't say that the Bible itself is real, because you got something that was written a long time ago, and you can't say it was based off a human or based off of an alien, you know, another conspiracy theory,
right? Yeah.
Or based off of just somebody, you know, writing a book and saying, hey, let's follow this and say this is the real thing.
But do you think that it was a good thing? Everything that they're teaching, like to be kind to people, basically, like honor your mother and father, like the Ten Commandments.
Certain things were good.
Don't kill nobody.
Right, but then they took it out of their own, how do you say, context. You know, they decided to do their own thing, and that's where certain religions get twisted and they get fucked up, and
it's wild because like
I don't think the Bible is real. I don't think it's true, because I feel like throughout the years,
I totally disagree.
Right, I know you do. I feel like throughout the years it's been tainted.
Yeah.
And
religion has been tainted for sure.
Exactly. So I don't feel like it's pure, if that makes sense. The Bible, if the Bible was real, it might have been pure when it was real. But to me right now, I feel like religion in itself, what truly is, how do you say, believing in God, is doing what's right as a human being.
How do you know what's right, though? It's the teachings in the Bible. Like, otherwise, like,
I don't feel like that's what's right. I feel like what you have...
We don't... Because humans don't instinctively know what is right and wrong.
I don't...
Like,
no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's
true. You don't think so?
No, because the life I've been raised is... I wasn't raised... I don't want to say I was raised by my dad and mom.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that I've been told by them that's just, like, completely shook my mind. You feel me?
Right.
And when it comes down to it, I've came to moments where I'm like, I wanted God to help me.
Yeah.
And this is where God truly, like, tests you. It's true. When you're young and you're going through it.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to believe in that true power in God, or your higher power, not even just like what you would call your God, or what you would even name your God. Because when you get to the Bible and whatnot, and the different Bibles, you have these different names of your so-called God or Jesus, right? I believe it's just your higher power.
Yeah.
And I just think it's what guides you to be a better person, or to believe what put you here on this earth to help you and others thrive and have a better life.
You think that's instinctual, though?
Yeah,
because look at how, like...
I mean, okay, the life that we live right now, I feel like is very corrupt. You can't, there's people who...
People are taking advantage.
Right, there's people whose minds been very screwed, so you can't necessarily say that God can reach them. That's what I feel like. Right. He can't. That's what I'm saying. And I don't feel like it comes down to the Bible.
Yeah.
That's what,
the Bible's just such an important book, and it's like it is the most...
I've never read it, so I wouldn't know.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people... I haven't even read the whole Bible. Like, and I'm not even gonna lie about that, but like, it's hard. It's a huge book. I mean, but like, the thing is that like, it's one of those things that's like, if you have you ever seen the Book of Eli? Literally, that movie.
No.
Oh my god, we have
I
to watch
should
that
watch
together.
it though. Yeah.
It is amazing, y'all. And if you guys haven't seen it, please watch it, because it is so good. And in that movie, it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and basically the most important book that everyone, they burned all the books, because that's what people do in communism, and when they alter in all this authoritarianism. They burn books because they don't want you to know the past. They don't want you to know the history. And the Bible is history.
I couldn't believe that, but
in a way, it's history. I'm not saying everything in the Bible happened exactly the way that it's described.
Right, because there
those
are
books
times
were passed down and transcribed, and
exactly.
There's been many.
They're rewritten.
They are rewritten. Yeah.
And who's to say this man didn't change one word to a different word?
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's completely wrong or completely right, but there is that possibility that God is real, and I believe that, honestly. I believe in that higher power.
Yeah.
But I can't limit myself to believing in a book that has been rewritten by humans who I feel like aren't truthful, honestly. Who I feel like might have believed in something and might have rewritten it, because humans honestly are, how do you say, tempted.
They are. They're less than perfect. They're not like God.
We're not perfect. Exactly.
Right.
Which would be in your Bible in a way.
Yeah.
How we're all.
My Bible.
Yeah. How you're tempted to do wrong.
Yeah.
So how can I can't say that a person wrote wrong in a book, because there are also
a lot of the books were written by Peter and Paul, and these were direct disciples of Jesus Christ. And so those books were preserved and transcribed immaculately. So there are certain teachings in there that did come straight from Jesus Christ, who I believe is the Son of God, and did come down to heaven and will come down from heaven or whatever, to basically save mankind, because we are an imperfect people, and we're kind of doing it again. We're
you feel
self-destructing.
Like we're doomed? Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
I feel like a lot of people are doomed. Many of us are doomed, and we're destroying this earth. Not even by just climate change.
What do you feel like is true life? What do you feel like?
I think true life is trying to be the best person you can be, and trying to learn who you are, learn what your purpose is in life.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, how do you say? I'm trying to get it into, a way that our audience would understand. What do you feel like is living in a way that would, I don't want to say get you into heaven, but in a way that is, truthful or honorable, or not honorable, how do you,
the right way to live, pretty much?
I don't feel like there's a right way to live, so I don't know how to word this in a way.
You think that you can go around killing people and stuff?
No.
Okay, so there is a right way to live.
I want to say, what is the right way to...
a basic human. I'm not talking about what your preferences are here.
To live.
I'm talking about basically
that you would be happy.
Yeah.
Or
and eventually go to heaven.
Yeah. What is the? I guess the right way to live. Or there's a different way to word this, and I'm not getting it because I'm slightly intoxicated.
Maybe I'm not getting it either.
All right. The way to live that is that's gonna leave you satisfied in the end, happy. What do you feel like is the right way?
Satisfied. I'm trying to
not even satisfied, but I guess satisfied in a way that
I think it would be to get married and have a bunch of kids and fucking be honorable to God and your parents, and try to live the best life. And if you have a less than favorable situation, I know I'm not putting your business out there or anything like that, but you and I grew up very differently.
So I believe differently. You want to see my... You want to hear my way to live?
I do.
I feel like the way I would want to... I would be happy dying knowing that I did everything I could to make myself comfortable and happy during my lifetime.
Yep.
And for the others around me.
Yeah.
I want to do everything I can to make y'all happy and myself happy.
Who would that include? Just like people that you love?
Yeah, or just people in general. Like, I want to bring joy to the earth.
That's good.
And to the people around me. And I believe that's the way to live.
I think that's important.
To give back and to do your best to do good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And to do what you feel is right, because not everything you're told is right. So
to me, I feel like you and I kind of think the same. It's just that, like, my way of approaching it is a little bit differently.
Exactly. Yeah, you know? Yeah. So,
because I think having kids and like doing all that, as long as you're teaching good, if you have,
because I want kids eventually too. Yeah. But like, as long as you're teaching them to do right, to
be good people, and not abandoning your kids, or not like having kids because of like bad selfish reasons or whatever. You know,
exactly.
Like there's levels to this shit. Like it shouldn't just be like for your own personal benefit. I feel like life is meant to live for others, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
did that turn off?
Oh God. No.
Oh my God! I was like, oh shit! What? We've been talking for how long?
45 minutes.
Okay, it was like, where are you?
Where are you?
Are you okay? Are you still here?
We're only on Mondays. So, still Saturday though.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like we're kind of saying the same thing when it comes down to it, but our approaches are just a little bit different. But I feel like, as long as you're living, but like, it goes back to like the whole Bible thing. Is that like, we wouldn't know what is right or wrong without those teachings. You know what I mean? Because really, it's not, to me, I disagree. When it's something instinctual, to me, humans are instinctually bad. Like, there's more bad people in the world than good, in my opinion. I don't believe that. I believe that's because of the way we're influenced and the way we're living in society. Yeah. We're not supposed to be living in this way. Right. And if you look at animals in general, you would say, oh, they're instinctually bad because they hunt each other and they kill each other. I don't believe that. I believe that's the way. A zebra and a fucking lion can live in harmony?
Not necessarily. An animal needs to survive, and for us, we need to survive too. Yeah. And for us to kill other animals and to eat and whatnot is a must. Right. But we evolved to the point where we learned that we can domesticate animals and rationalize our food and learn that we don't only need to limit ourselves to animals. And of course, we could be omnivores, so, you know, but it doesn't come down to that. It comes, you know, it's just all about, I forgot where I was at.
No, we're just talking about, like, basically, you know, what makes morality, like, what, you know, like, you can have animals, like, you could own them or whatever, but that's also, like, kind of what we were talking about, like, last week or whatever, with the whole, like, Bible teaching to me. Like, it's like, animals were put here for us. I know you believe differently. You believe kind of, like, a little bit differently, but I don't know, to me, I take the teachings of the Bible, like, as word or whatever, because I believe in it, and you think a little bit differently, and that's fine. But I think that, like, at the end of the day, to me, I don't know, I was saying humans, I think, are more bad. You were saying you disagree a little bit with that.
Because,
I'd be curious to see what y'all think.
I feel like there's, like, a certain line that we have to, like, there's things that we have to do as...
to be better people.
As animals. Yeah, to be better people, too. To be better people, too. But, like, to be, like, there's certain things we do that we have to do as animals and that we have to do to survive. Yeah. And in order to do that, we have to get messy. You know?
It does have to get messy.
Right.
And that's evil, though.
I don't feel like that's evil. That's life. I feel like
so you think it's okay to kill people and just do whatever?
If you're in danger, I feel like it's okay to...
Oh, yeah, that I believe, too, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so, I don't feel like it's okay to take another's life unless
you're protecting your own.
Unless it's to protect your own life. And that's where it comes down to where you're fighting for your life. Yep. And that's where God is, like... Where God gives you
your, like, free will to decide, like...
to decide, is this what you need to do? And I feel like that's where God gives you free will in anything. Yeah. And God, on your card written, God gives you free will. And I love that quote because it is true. I can literally do whatever I want at this moment.
Right.
Regardless of whatever.
And the government did not give you that.
The government does not give you free will. That's what I'm saying. You can literally do whatever you want.
Right.
But what the government has is control.
And they want it even more.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want, but they have the right to say, hey, what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
That's why where I say it, where I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I like where you're going.
Yeah, what I say is like, what you do might be wrong in other people's eyes, but it might not be wrong in yours.
You might believe differently. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You might be a communist.
Exactly. You might believe differently from what others believe.
Yeah.
And it might be wrong, and it might be right.
Who knows?
I can't say what you believe, and that's where your will comes from, where God guides you in a way. And sometimes some of us stem from God, and I feel like that's because of the way.
And some of us stem from Satan.
Yeah,
Not me.
I feel like that's the way we're raised in a way. It's where a lot of us lose our touch from God because we're interacting with a lot of bad
or
people.
You don't get that. Yeah, you don't get brought up the way. Like I feel like
we're supposed to be brought up. I feel like we're supposed to be brought up in little cottage homes where we grow our little plants and whatnot. Right, barn girls. Honestly, truly, because us doing all this city bullshit and money and whatnot and buying all this fancy clothes, it's a whole bunch of bullshit.
But it's like just the government regulating us. That's all it is. It's
is. They're getting so you to buy. Right, we could be living so much freer. Honestly, I would trade everything right now for a small little house in the fucking country with enough land to plant my food and live a life with enough land
and right next to a little stream.
Right. Water, food, fucking animals.
A pig.
And, right. I don't even need electricity, bro. As long as I have windows and insulation and shit.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. Honestly.
Spicy.
Enough covers, enough bullshit. And,
Yeah.
Honestly.
Some firewood and some blankets, bro. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
That is so lit. Okay.
We don't need all this extra bullshit. Of course we can live with Netflix. Like,
the government, but we don't need that. No, honestly,
we don't need
fuck
it,
all
but
that.
I'm down with
the
it.
Screens. No.
I feel like, wait. I feel like we evolved enough to communicate with each other with the shit. And make movies and shit like that. It's cool. I mean, it's good. We're smart enough.
Movies are a cancer.
Yeah, but we evolved to do shit like that. That's what I feel like.
That's
where I feel like our evolution comes into. We gotten smarter to do shit like this. Yeah, but we took it to another level where we decided to exploit ourselves for it. Honestly,
because movies are trash, and like honestly, some of these things
are trash now.
We should not even be seeing. Like back in the day, like back 100 years ago, even just 100 years ago, you could say that like humans were not exposed to like the horrors that we see on television screens that people had generate. Like it's amazing technology. It is. Like I'll give you props, but like we are not supposed to be seeing that.
What do you feel like we should do with our technology?
Throw it all down
Wi-Fi.
the drain.
Like Wi-Fi is truly another subject that is out of there. Because what even 5G? Is Wi-Fi? Like
5G. Have
energy.
You heard about that?
Like energy we're pulling from where? That's truly
from
trippy
your
to
asshole.
Me. From my ass, honestly.
Literally.
Where are you getting this energy from?
I mean, nowhere.
Only on Mondays.
Only on Mondays. And will we be back next week?
Maybe not. Honestly.
Maybe not. I think we're gonna cut it right there, guys.
Honestly.
So, love you.
Bye.
Bye.